And thank you for watching another tutorial by Certified Comp. My name is Abdul, and today I will be explaining the benefit of the virtualization, which is a new technology in the computer industry. And virtualization basically allows you to have multiple operating systems regardless of what they are based on in one computer, since the computer industry hardware is way more advanced than the software and can handle multitasking and many other features, speed wise, graphic, and what have you. In the old days, in order to test an operating system or to test a program, you would have to have multiple computers to test each single program or what have you, in order to link them on the network, or if you want to share files between those, so you could see you could see the difference between them. Anyways, now with the virtualization age, we don't really have to, and especially the easiest one to use out there, and it's free, best of all, and pretty simple layout. It's a program that I like. It's called Sun VirtualBox. And as you see here, this is the front end of it, and here you see all the systems that I have installed. I have I have a few installation. I have Elastics, which is a VoIP program, Ubuntu 10.04, which I'm using for testing. It just came out. Windows Vista, Windows XP, and as you see, if I have multiple Windows XP, which I use for certain testings procedures, such as this one here. I will install it to I'm using it to test a particular program to link my website to my accounting software. Here, this one here, I'm using it just for general testing of Windows XP, and here I'm trying to create a packages or what have you. Anyways, regardless of what the reason is, the main goal is not to have multiple computers on your workshop or in your office or whatever. You could experience multiple programs, multiple operating system testing or testing them in in a single computer. So in this tutorial, I have explained the benefit of VirtualBox, or the virtualization age, virtualization programs. There are many out there, but I prefer to use Sun VirtualBox because it's an open source, it's free, and you know it's lightweight. Um, I will also teach you today how to create a a hard drive, or how to get started by creating an operating system on VirtualBox. We will go to this tab here. We will click on New. We see this window opens up, which is our wizard in creating a new virtual machine or virtual operating system, or whatever you want to call it. I'll click Next. I will give it a name. Let's say I want to test Windows Vista. So what I will do is I will type here Windows Vista, or let's say Windows 7. Okay, and we will go here Next. You choose your memory here on the next step. Say I want to give this baby here 1.2, or let's give it a gig, which is 10.24. Next. Now I need to create or use an existing virtual hard drive. This will all depends on how much space you have on your hard drive, and only you know how much you have. In my case, in this tutorial, I will show you how to create a new hard drive, so virtual hard drive. We will click Next here. Another window will open up telling us the steps needed to create a new virtual hard disk. We will click Next. Here we got the option to choose between dynamically expanding storage or fixed size. Dynamically means that you will say I want a 20 gigabyte hard drive. It will only take the space from your existing hard drive based on what it needs. So if the operating system needs 10 gig, it's going to occupy only 10 gig, even though the virtual size is 20 gig. Here, it will actually tell the operating system that I want you to reserve 20 gig for this particular virtual hard drive. And the system will totally allocate that 20 gig for this particular file or virtual hard drive. So in my case, I like to use dynamically expanding. I'll click next here. I give a name for the hard drive, so you don't get mixed up of the names or what have you. You give it a name, Windows 7 HD. Okay, we will in this case Windows 7 normally takes more than 10 gig, so for install, if you want all the bells and whistles, so we'll give it 20 gig. We click next here, finish, and we are done. As you see here, we have our Windows 7 operating system. That's not all. Now what we need to do is to set up. You will click it and click on setting to set up multiple things, such as here we can choose the boot order of the what we want to boot it out of. In my case, I will tell it that I want to boot from the CD-ROM and then the hard drive. Okay, this all looks good here. If you don't have virtual technology on your CPU, you may want to disable this here, but I do on this machine. Display, you give it how much memory you want to give virtual memory for the display and the video. Enable 3D acceleration if you want to. Okay, remote display, it's used if you want to control this particular operating system or this particular virtual machine from a different computer. I don't normally do that. I like to see it on my own machine since we're using this one for testing. Storage, here it gives you the opportunity to change the hard drive that we created earlier if you want to use a different hard drive. You could also specify an ISO or a CD drive. So if you want to use the actual CD drive, you will go here and you tell it that you want to use the hosted, in my case is drive G, and it will pull the information, or it will boot from the CD, or you can use the actual CD, the physical CD-ROM or DVD. In this particular case, I have an ISO which I want to boot the machine with to install Windows 7. So I will get this Windows and I will tell it to go to Win7 ISO, and I will select. Now two more things to check. One is the audio. You enable it. You tell it which virtual sound card you want to use, whether if it's an ICH AC97 or Sound Blaster, it really doesn't matter. Network is very important. This is one of the most important thing if you want to browse the internet with your virtual machine. And it has several options. You could use a NAT, you could use a bridge adapter, internal network, host only. I would use a bridge in this case, and in another tutorial I will try to explain to you the difference between those 4 options. The bridge adapter will allow the virtual machine to have its own virtual network in your existing network in the office or home, rather than just an internal network within the virtual machines. This will allow you to get an IP address, and it will allow you to go to the internet and what have you. Here you select which particular adapter you want to virtualize. If you want to virtualize the Ethernet adapter, you could go here, or if you want to virtualize the wireless LAN, you go here. Let's do both. We go with this is the Ethernet. I'll go to adapter 2, enable it, Do the same thing, bridge network, but in here I will choose the wireless Ethernet adapter. On the advanced setting, there is really not much to configure unless you're advanced and you know what you're doing. You want to use a different network card interface, or you want to change your MAC address, you could do that here. You don't really have to worry about serial port, USB ports, or what have you on those. We will go through those in another tutorial. We'll press OK. Now we are ready to set up our Windows 7 virtual machine, where we click Start. And as you see here, it will pull the information, or it will pull the setup from the Windows 7 install. As you can see here, Windows is loading the files.